Cheers and welcome my friends, I'm Horath Drak and we are playing Tyranny as a noble mage. Welcome back, we're playing on hard difficulty and we've just cast our first edict in the last episode. You can still see the lightning coming down. Oh, I would actually like to go outside and loot these guys. It's a question of is it feasible to do that? Is there a way for us to get outside? I wonder. Well, we had all these Scarlet Chorus guys that were attacking our base, struck down like it.
Sorry, I can't.
Like there's no tomorrow. I do have to. Oh, there's something in here. Nice, we'll take that one. There's also something locked over here. I think that. Yeah, that was some camping supplies. Yes, it was. Okay. This damage dates back to Kairos' initial conquest of the Tears. That is one of the few blemishes remaining. That it is one of the few blemishes remaining is testament to the Wandering God's reconstruction efforts. Yeah, that Wandering God is long behind us. Iron Marshal Arrhenius has told us to get up to the tower. Sadly, I couldn't get to the spells because I have 2 wounds, so my magical abilities are somewhat limited currently. Shocked and demoralized by your display of power and the ease with which you dispatch their leader, the Scarlet Chorus fighters lose their nerve and scatter in defeat. The survivors carry with them fearful murmurs of the powerful Archon Horath Drak, a being of enormous might who can cast an edict with the same authority as the Overlord. Yeah, I'm sure that's not gonna get us into trouble at all. Confusion sets in across the realm. Amid the whispers and misinformation, one fact remains consistent. The Overlord's power has been challenged. You safely assume that such rumors are making their way back to Kairos. The high winds of the edict sweep the air, dashing debris against your spire. Torrential rain falls, hitting hard enough to bruise bare skin. Lightning strikes the ground, endangering anyone out in the open. It isn't long before the storm begins to wane, slowly falling from a gale to a light rainstorm, and after a few days it becomes a simple breeze. Eventually the skies calm as your edict dissipates, releasing Mandarin's well from its grip. You gather a small council of your closest allies and plan your next steps from the safety of your spire. No sooner do you get started than Kaleo, Fatebinder of Tunon, pays a visit, bearing an important message. Yeah, I thought this would get Tunon's attention. Fatebinder Kaleo, I keep hearing about this little spire you've been calling your own. Nodding with a smirk, Fatebinder Kaleo peers over the edge of the tower. Now that you've slaughtered those who would take your lands, I think your claim is as official as it gets. How did you get up here? Isn't it obvious? Kaleo shakes her head with an agitated skull. The bigger question is, how did you do the most convincing impression of the Overlord Territos has ever seen? No one's entirely sure what to make of you these days, Horath Drak. They all say you spoke an edict of storms. Not a proclamation of an edict of Kairos, but your own edict of storms, your own mystical storm. You're no mere fatebinder, of that much we can be certain. You've proclaimed and broken the Overlord's edicts perhaps one too many times. If I'd known you could do this when I first met you, I'd maybe have tried in earnest to kill you. I hope for the sake of Territos that the right person has inherited this gift. I don't know what to make of you, Fatebinder. Proclaiming and breaking the Overlord's magic, claiming these awful towers. It could come as no surprise that an edict is within your grasp, but I still find room for surprise. You're powerful in ways that gang bosses and mages aren't. You commanded this place to do your bidding and unleashed something incredible on the world. That isn't the work of a Fatebinder. If anything, it's the work of an Archon. Beast Woman will follow Alpha from here to ends of Tyr's lands, and farther still will Paw prowl deep into cold north, hunting armies of Kairos at Alpha's side. Together, Shadow Hunter and Alpha with slaughter whole of Prima's tribe. I don't have any idea how you're able to do this, but it isn't power that any scholar can wield. This is something else. You're not some ambitious hedge mage who learned it out of a book. You're more like an Archon, where it just comes naturally. Fatebinder Kaleo shakes her head with a grin. I always knew you'd be a delightful bit of trouble, but I didn't think you had a touch of the Overlord's power in you. Why didn't you tell me? No, I'm not gonna say that. How is Tunon standing? Yeah, I'm nearly there for tier 5 of Tunon's favor, but not, just not. We're just not there. I'm just gonna glare silently now. Watch out how you address an Archon. She chuckles, shaking her head at you with a grin. For a moment I was envious of this power of yours. Then I realized I'm not the one with "Threat to the Overlord" painted on my forehead. I come bearing orders direct from the Overlord. Kaleo clears her throat, her voice becoming somber and severe. Kairos has decreed 2 things. First, the Overlord has demanded that one, and only one, Archon is fit to rule the tiers. To that end, the Archons are to settle through death or dominance who is the one Archon fit to inherit the tiers. Have the Archons been informed of this yet? All save one. Kaleo flicks her hand forward, and you reach up to catch a small brooch in the style of Kairos' insignia. Kairos has decreed you are the newest Archon. Fatebinder Kaleo bows with exaggerated flourish. So the other Archons now have orders to control or destroy you, and the other way around. Her face becomes a beaming smile. See, this is why I try to avoid getting Kairos' attention. What if we don't fight? Why not ignore his order? If you wish to loaf on your hindquarters, have at it, but I doubt the other Archons will ignore this order. Every Archon in the tiers have been given free rein to slay the others. None are protected by Kairos' peace. It is no longer a crime for Ash or Horath to kill you, or the other way around. The question is Tunon also fair game? That's what I wanna know. Kairos knows, rightly so, that enmities new and old will drive the Archons to mutual destruction. The Overlord need only remove the pretense of peace and watch the ensuing violence. Kaleo shrugs with a smile. Would you have preferred another do-or-die edict? What of the court? Have you heard what Tunon and Bled and Mark think of this? As per usual, Tunon has the emotional range of Pumice, but Bled and Mark seemed almost giddy. I think the old Shadow is already putting names on his daggers. I was wondering if Bled and Mark would hear this order and promptly stab Tunon. But no, it would seem the Archon of Shadow is happy to serve Tunon. Makes sense. I've never known the old Shadow to crave that kind of power. She clears her throat, her voice growing somber. You'll have to deal with them too, and I fear greatly for how that will turn out. I imagine Tunon is too loyal to bow to you, and Bled and Mark too proud to accept you as his better. She nods quietly for a long moment. There is no way this ends well for some of us. I think I'm more troubled by the sudden promotion to Archon. By definition, an Archon is someone who generates magic from themselves and doesn't channel the powers of others, since I assume you cast that edict without reading the prepared words of Kairos. Otherwise, why the fuss? Archon isn't fully incorrect for what you are, but I would agree your power is far beyond the mastery of shadows or ice or talking to trees or whatever other powers Archons have shown throughout the ages. Consider for a second. The greater mystery is not why you're being considered an Archon. It's why you're being allowed a chance to live. All I know is that the Overlord rarely improvises. Yeah, that is my thought as well. It seems like Kairos is pushing us towards this, although on the other hand, I mean, I think that is what Kairos wants us to think. I think she would be quite pleased. So I'm to be the Archon of Edicts? Not exactly, just Archon for now. A bit unorthodox, but that's all the information I received. Rogodos insisted we should call you Archon of the Tiers, at least in any case where we might be overheard, since Archon of Edicts Could sound like denigration of the Overlord. You realize this presents a problem for me, right? My hand just writes Fateminder Horath Drak out of habit. The effort it will take to retrain myself to write Archon. Not sure I have the years left in me. I'm pretty sure I know why Kairos wants us Archons to fight, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Because Ash and Horath work together like water and oil, and so letting them each rule half the tiers is an exercise in bad planning? Because there's no land left to conquer after the tiers and Kairos needs fewer generals? Kaleo shrugs with a ruddy-faced smile. Tunon's not here, so I don't mind pointing out that Kairos isn't exactly a loving ruler, and the Archons are disposable pawns, not beloved subjects. The land has been conquered, why not dispose of the conquerors? And I would further speculate that Kairos hates all of the Archons equally, and so instead of nominating all but one for destruction, the Overlord is willing to let the strongest earn the right to exist. So does this mean I finally get to meet Kairos? I'm gonna ask, but I didn't ask to be an Archon. And I didn't ask to be a Fatebinder. Kaleo shrugs, pointing at herself. But I make it look easy. I don't think anybody asks to be an Archon. If anything, those who try to wear the title without Kairos' blessing rarely survive to be remembered. That is true. I don't think Kairos decides who has the power to be an Archon, but Kairos is certainly selective of who gets the title. My teacher, occulted Jade, Archon of Tides, never bowed to Kairos. Her power was her own, and she claimed the title of Archon because, well, when she was younger, the Overlord was just a distant tale, and so wearing the title didn't arouse conflict. I don't think the Overlord gives anyone power in any direct sense. If anything, I bet Kairos would rather all of us were merely idiots devoid of magic. Would be easier to control that way. But Kairos can give and take titles. And titles change how people see you, how they view your authority, or how big a threat they perceive you to be. And I think that is the thing behind all this. It's painting a huge target on our backs. And considering your promotion came along with an order for the Archons to all kill each other, it sure seems like this is part promotion, part test. If the other Archons kill you, Kairos won't worry about whatever you're becoming. And if you're becoming something useful, Kairos seems happy to use you to kill the other Archons. So, does this mean I finally get to meet Kairos? Maybe get my own realm to rule? Not sure about meeting the Overlord, but I assume yes, that'll happen in good time. And maybe you might be jesting. This culling order comes with the implied prize of rulership of the tiers. So, if you want it, fight for it.
Alpha has become newest Archon, is so revered by humans, has earned new title of strength.
I've heard enough and I know what comes next. The other Archons will bend to my will or die. First step is deciding you won't bow to one of the other Archons. Kaleo offers a smug nod. I wish you the best of luck in your upcoming struggle. Know that when you come for Bladdenmark and Tunon, I and the other Fatebinders won't interfere. Really? Yeah, I guess this is part of it all. So we have to call all the Archons, Tunon included. Really? That's really strange, I gotta say. That's super odd. Why would Kairos give up Tunon? Maybe because Tunon wasn't able to actually stop the whole thing from happening? I wonder if we're actually in Act 3 now, or if we're still in Act 2. Let's get one thing clear. I want no part of this little contest, Fatebinder. Sorry, Archon. I bow to you. The rest of you madmen can fight over the rule to rule this mountainous shithole. This is for posterity's sake, so more formality, please. This power is going to your head faster than even I thought possible. So be it. I, Sirin, Archon of Song, hereby swear fealty to Horath Drak. She bows with a roll of her eyes. Happy now? A question me and the other binders have been asking. Can you do this again? Nunavol believes in you. Another who shall remain nameless takes the more cynical stance that the Overlord has a hand so far up your ass she can pop at your mouth. And you couldn't cast a second edict if you tried. She sizes you up head to toe. Me, I think you have it in you. Or at least, I like the idea of proclaiming an edict of yours someday. I'm gonna glare silently. It's none of your concern. On second thought, forget I asked. I have known you for so long, and your ascent so sudden. It's easy for me to forget my station. Yes, indeed. With the nod, Kaleo begins to make her way to the exit. When you rule Territus, look me up. If you're successful, I know I'll be in need of a new Archon to serve. Alright. I know I'm mostly sober, but just so we're clear, you did just issue an edict, right? Landry taps his quill to his tongue, unsure what next to write. First, you cast an edict, then this full-on war of Archons. This whole chapter of the Chronicle is... it's reading like fiction. So Kairos has ordered all the Archons to fight it out until only the strongest remain. I think we can now safely say that the Scarlet Chorus's philosophy has been vindicated. A rumbling mutter stirs from under Barrick's helmet, devoid of any cogent words.
Alpha birthed own words of power like humans prima called Kairos. Is better mystic than brood brother to kills in shadow, than stone stalker's 100 blood, than beast woman Archon slaughtered by mark of shadows.
She snorts and grins savagely.
Kills in shadow, new Alpha was most powerful human in whole of Tears land.
A curved claw taps the side of her snout.
Nose was not wrong.
One last thing. Hesitating before she leaves, Kaleo taps the parchment she's been holding to her forehead with a self-deprecating scoff. All this talk of you being the second coming of the Overlord, and I almost forgot my duties. Yeah, I guess she's gonna proclaim an edict. This is a court summons from Bled and Mark, Junan's assassin. I suggest you read it carefully as part of your preparations. Your survival may depend upon it. Good luck, Archon. Okay, we could now go to Cacophony, the thing of Voices of Norat. Fatebinder. Archon. The great general has pulled his troops back to Iron Hearth. She grinds her knuckles into her palm. Soon we make our final push into the Stone Sea and the heart of Scarlet Chorus power. The Voices of Norat is weak, and the path to Cacophony is clear. She adopts a more cautious tone. The Archon is also aware of what happened at Venrian's Well. I'm sure he wants to discuss the matter in person. I'll follow no one's orders. Are you sure about that? She regards you with skepticism. You're different, there's no denying that much, but even the Archons are subservient to Kairos. Try not to forget where you came from. You take care how you treat with Geraint Ash. You're no mere Fatebinder any longer. You'll meet with him as Archon to Archon, and such things are more complicated. Good luck. Alright then. I like it. I really do. Okay, so we return to the Mountain Spire. Getting a bunch of quests here. Final Judgment. Travel to the Bastard City. So we have Call to Arms. Geraint Ash has called all his favored forces back to Iron Hearth to regroup before making a final push into Cacophony to defeat the Voices of Norat. Although you have declared myself an Archon, Geraint Ash has still summoned you to meet with him at Iron Hearth. I'm not gonna do that, I don't think so. Well, maybe. It's gonna be interesting what he has to say. He's just gonna try to kill me, I guess. Junan has summoned you to his court to stand trial for your actions in the Tears. Alright then, that's gonna be interesting. I also got a missive. I will only ask once, from Bled and Mark. Kid, I take it you're aware of the Overlord's latest decree. If not, let me give it to you straight. Now's a bad time to be an Archon in the Tears, since most likely I'll be the one to cut you down. I thought I'd first explain. It's not my choice, but if it was, I would still choose to kill you. See you soon. Bled and Mark.
Archon of Shadows and Coldblade.
I'm gonna taunt him. If he's gonna taunt me, I'm gonna taunt him. Mark, I'm sorry, who are you again? Oh right, the creepy guy who stares at people from the shadows. If you want to say hello, just come talk to me already. I should thank Kairos, as the Overlord has finally unburdened me of the need to treat you like anything more than what you are. A sad little sociopath who will soon be gasping for his last breath at the end of my weapon. Did your predilection for children turn even the cast metal stomach of the chorus? I've often wondered what crime Tuna must have on you to keep you on such a short leash. Of course, short leashes are ideal if the servant lives on only to lick his master's feet. Sharpen your blades, freak. I'm coming for you. Because let's face it, you can't come for me before you're ordered to, can you? Chop. Okay, what else? What did I get? I did get a pin, didn't I? An Archon pin or something. It said as much. I guess I didn't. Did I not? I thought she let's go high value to low. Doesn't look like it. Rusty Charm, Jewel of Fortune. No, we already had all these. I don't think that's actually a thing. Yeah, what's that one? I guess we changed Bled and Mark's thing? No. Voices of Narat already hates me. Graven Ash, he likes me and he hates me. Tunon, still not there yet. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Now, what I want to do is, I certainly have to rest here to get my Spire rest bonus. That's something that I need. And then we're gonna prepare. I received a missive from Bled and Mark. Let's see what he has to say. Kid, if I haven't said it before, I say it now. I'm going to enjoy killing you. Can't wait for the execution order. I'll be anticipating your arrival at the court. Don't snuff the lights. Bled and Mark. Okay, I can't reply anymore. I would like to reply. I'm gonna snuff you, dude. Yeah, this is the end of our lawfulness, nobleness. We are now an Archon, and we have some strategic choices to make. Now, we're gonna prepare. I'm not sure who I'm gonna meet first. I think I'll go for Tunon first. And then we'll go to Graven Ash, and then we'll go to Narat, I think. And I think I might actually proclaim an edict. Is that a thing that I can do? Use the advice on Vendrian's World Spire to issue an edict here. Because there's no edict over the Bastard City, so I might just go ahead and issue that command. I'm not sure what Graven Ash wants. Well, one thing that didn't work out was having all these things, all the same ones in there. So we're gonna remove all the same ones again, because it just didn't work. They're all on the same cooldown timer, so that's not what we want at all. Remove that one. Right, so gonna remove that one. I do want to. Yeah, come on. Remove that one. I'm gonna assign that one over here. We're gonna remove that one. I'm gonna bring it back in a second and remove that one. Fine. So now we've got everything in order. We're gonna assign that one over here. I am missing the fire spell, so I'm gonna go for distant impact fire spell as well. Let's go for the bouncing effect, and let's also go for the additional projectiles, because that's always good. Make it very strong. Reduce its recovery time. That's nearly all that we can do here. I'm not quite ready to increase the area of effect, but yeah, okay, so let's go for that one. The stone one, we're gonna leave that one untouched. That did well. This one though, yeah, Sigil of Volleys is actually fine. Let's go with the increased range, or yeah, I can't go for that one. Shame. Well, let's go for that one then. Update it. The Jolt, I'm gonna keep that one as is, so that one's fine. And this one, the Mage Fire, I could also go for more volleys, couldn't I? No, I couldn't. Okay, yeah, let's stay like that. That's fine, I think. Yeah, okay. And that one is as is, so that's fine. Although I would like to get more volley. Bleeding, Sigil of Marking. I guess that one doesn't have any projectiles, so it doesn't really matter. Now, do I have anything else that I could make to jump from person to person? I think we're gonna go with the Force Spell, maybe. Now, what does the Force Spell do? It dazes people, and it crushes them. My control force is alrightish, I guess. Dazed Affliction for 9.1 seconds. No, I could go for more projectiles. I'm not sure I want that, but I could also have them bounce, so that's kind of nice. The question is, do I really want them dazed? I mean, the dazing, it's alright. I'd rather it also did some damage. What does that one do? Rooted Affliction, that's pretty nice, so keep them in their place. That Spell Surge, that one's bleeding. That one's marking. Marked Affliction, Bleeding Affliction. I wouldn't mind actually making them bleed instead of having additional projectiles. So that's gonna jump through multiple people. And then we're gonna make it very strong. Oh, no, that actually does crush damage. No, we're gonna go for multiple projectiles here. Make the damage, bring the damage up, bring the recovery time down. And anything else? I would like to push that one up, but we're not quite there yet. So let's go for this. Let's assign that over here. So that's another distant impact spell, which is what I want. And now let's have a look at the atrophy sign. Maybe... Oh, we don't have any distant impact from, of that. Aura of Decay. Reducing the armor. That's not really what I need. Right. I guess I don't really have anything that I can throw on people. Well, that one might be a thing. False Pit. That's going to knock everyone prone. So... if I want to push that up to the max, that's going to knock people out for 10 seconds. And that would also leave them in stasis. So they get knocked down and they stay in stasis, which is kind of nice. It does some raw damage, which is fine, I guess. Let's go and buff the damage up. And that's nearly it. That's nearly what I can do here. No, we need that one, and we're gonna go down here. So that's gonna knock everyone down and put them in a stasis field for 15 seconds. Not really sure I need the stasis field. I'd rather have them bleed. Prone Affliction, Bleeding Affliction. Yeah, just ramp up the damage as much as possible. Assign that one. We're gonna have all these distant impact spells to rain down on the enemy. Did I forget anything? No, I don't think so. We got Stone, we got that one, we got that one. We don't need the healing spell, we don't need the atrophy. Force, we already got that one. What I wouldn't mind is getting the Flame Aura, but I guess that's not gonna happen. Right? Grounding Core. On melee hit, 45 seconds, people take shock damage. Wreath the target in electrical energy. Enemies that strike the ally are zapped for shock damage. That's pretty nice, but having the Mantle of Flame, I think, is gonna be a little bit nicer. Immunity to Frozen. Immunity to Frozen. Yeah, I think that's fine, but it's also gonna do 10 to 15 fire damage. Way more than the base damage, and I think I can ramp that one up to 13.20, and then we do want the radius to be way bigger. I think that's fine, and then maybe push up the duration. That looks good. That looks good. I'm gonna take the Mantle of Flames, and I'm gonna take that for myself. It's gonna have 2 minutes cooldown, that's fine. But it'll allow myself to grill everyone that comes near me. And then we're gonna go for the haste spell. I think that's Force, and then yeah, that one over here. So let's go. Let's push that one up. And what's that one? Not deflecting. Reduce the damage a target takes from critical strikes. That's not what we need, really. That one, though. Spells to not only affect you, but become powerful and last longer. Oh. So, that one removes the recovery time after casting them. No recovery time. This one pushes up the reduces my recovery time for a crap ton of time. Increases my move speed, gives me a lot less recovery time. That will allow me to burn through my spells very quickly. So I think we'll do that. And we're gonna go for the time reduction. And we're gonna give this an area. Yeah, we're gonna give this an area of effect. So even though it didn't originally have one, it now has, I think. Yeah, okay. So let's go for that one. Put that one over here. And then I can have one more spell. And I think what I'll do instead of the petrification is nice. But I do think that the Phantom Bolt is, or the the Phantom stuff, the Gravelight thing is a little bit more useful. So we're going to assign that over here. That's going to be our crowd control spell. And we'll try to push that one up. The stasis is fine. Doubt that I'll be able to push that any further. That's up. Yeah, that's up. Yeah, that's fine. So we're going to have that one. And for you, I think I'll remove that one. And we're basically going to remove all the additional ones. So remove that one, remove that one, remove that one. That one we're going to keep. These two we're going to keep. And then we'll just, I would like to just assign that one. Remove that one. Oh, I can't do that. Crap. Oh well then. Oh well then, makes no matter. We're gonna remove the range and we're gonna give it to Lantry. Come on, assign Lantry. And I'm gonna give myself the range back. Update that one. That's just 1 point. That's a bit annoying, but what can you do? That one is already fine, 175. That one's good. That one's good. So we only need the this one. I'm gonna assign that over. That's okay. The Gravelight spell is fine. The Fire spell is 185, so let's get rid of the range. Assign it to Lantry. And then we're gonna up the range again. And actually wouldn't mind having that one with us as well. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use the Mantle of Flames, but I don't really need anything else in there. Let's take the Concussive Bolt and reduce the range. Update it, assign it to Lantry. That's fine. And anything else that I wanted to do? Yeah, I'm gonna upgrade the range on this one again. Do that. Lantry is nearly done. Anything that he needs, anything that he would need. Oh yeah, he's missing a stone spell. I'm gonna give him that one. Update, assign, take the stone spell. And then we're gonna go and upgrade that one again. I didn't do it quite extensively with these guys, so I'm just gonna remove that one and that one. So we got one of each. No, we got two of each actually. So remove that one. And yeah, reset that one. We're gonna give you a stone spell. Distant impact, bounce, and go for, I think multiple projectiles is fine. Go for 2 projectiles, and then we're gonna push up the, yeah, let's go for the recovery time actually. Assign that one over here, so that's good. She got these 2, which she needs. That's fine. Any one of these actually needs to be changed. I want that one pushed up. Oh, that won't work. That won't quite work. That one will though have multiple projectiles. That's gonna be fine. That one, yeah, we want that one to have multiple projectiles as well. So remove you. I could put the strength down a little bit. Go for the Mage Fire here. Or should we go? Yeah, let's go for additional projectiles as well. Update that one. That one is fine, I think. Yeah, let's go for 4 things here. Yeah, nothing nothing else that I can do. So that's okay. That one has been alright for a while. If I were to push that one up, yeah, that would work. This one, there's nothing really to do about it. Doubt that I can do anything here. Yeah, I can bring up the precision. Now, she's still missing 2 slots. What are we going to do with those 2 slots? I think I'm going to give her a force spell as well. So, reset that one. Let's go for the force spell. Distant impact. I wonder how good they'll work, but they're doing a fair amount of damage, so I'll keep them on. Let's have multiple projectiles and the bouncing thing, so it can jump from target to target. And let's reduce the recovery time. That's going to be fine. Doesn't need to do too much damage, but at least she'll have it. That's good. And then the illusion one. I'm not sure if I want the illusion one. Aren't we missing one still? No, she's got these 5, the standard 5. And then that one and that one. She's not going to get the Mantle of Flames because she's missing one of these spell things. I could give her the haste spell. Reset. No, we're going to go with the illusion spell. Why not? Have her knock people prone is also going to be good. It's going to jump from person to person. Yeah, leave them in stasis actually. That's pretty nice. And let's reduce the recovery time. Maybe. Oh yeah, can't do that. Oh, we could give it some range. No, we can't. Nope. Okay, that's the only thing that we can do. We're going to assign that over here. And you don't really have any doubled spells. So she's fine. She's fine. I'm not going to change anything with her. I do apologize for this spell change stuff. I hope that you did skip it if you weren't interested in it. Next time, I think we'll move to tune on. We have to go to Cacophony. We could talk with this guy, and we also have to go to Tunon's court. So I'm not sure what's going to happen there. I am looking forward to finding out. I think this has been a really cool episode. We're now on an Archon in our own rights, and I can cast Edict. So we might actually think about doing that in preparation for attacking anyone. We'll see about that. For now though, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you didn't, tell me why in the comments so I can improve. And if you want to see more of this series in the future, please consider subscribing to the channel. I hope you join me next time. Thanks and bye bye.